Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with today's stuff. This is a continuation of angles or angles in a triangle. So this is the second page of that. So number 9. Okay, first things first, one thing you need to know about this, Grayson, is that any triangle, the sum of the angle is 180 degrees, right? If you have two of the angles, to find that last angle, you always take 180 degrees and minus angle 1 minus angle 2 to find angle 3. Do you see that? Okay, so let's take a look at this. First things first, we need to figure out this angle right here, right? But we don't know what that angle is because that angle has a question mark on it. So we need to figure out what this angle is. However, I also don't know what this angle is right there. Do you see that? You can't find the angle of one angle if you have two missing angles, right? So you're gonna have to find out this angle right here. But one thing I noticed about this angle is that this angle and this angle are what kind of angles are they? What do you call this kind of angle? Yeah, vertical angle. What do you know about vertical angles? So remember the three things. Either they add up to 90, they add up to 180, or they're congruent, which means they're equal. So which one is it? No, they don't. Vertical angles are congruent. They're equal to each other, right? Okay, so then what you do is you take this angle right here. You got these two right here, right? So 180 minus what are the two angles you subtract? What are the two angles you subtract? Yep, so then what's your answer here? Good. This angle is 120. I always leave the check like this looks like it's an obtuse angle, right? Is 120 obtuse? Yeah, because it's bigger than 90. So then this angle is 120. What is this angle going to be? What is that angle? No, they're vertical angles. Those two angles are what? 120. They look exactly the same, don't they? Yes, they do. They look exactly the same. This angle right here looks exactly the same as this angle right there. Do you see that? Okay, now do I have two angles to figure out this angle right here? So 180, what are the two angles I subtract to find this angle? And? Okay, 180 minus 120 is going to give me a 60. What's 60 minus 39? 21 degrees. 21 degrees is going to be a acute angle. Is this acute? Okay, very good. Move on to number 10. Here we go. What am I trying to find? You wrote so much on it, I don't know what we're looking for.
The bottom right corner.
This angle right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 60 and I have 65. Do you see that? To figure out this angle right here, I know this is a triangle, so what's 180? What am I going to subtract? What are the two angles?
105 or
No. What are the two angles that's given to you in this triangle? This is your triangle. What are the two angles? Good. 180 minus 60 is 80. What's 80 minus 65? Do you see how I'm doing this quickly right now in my head? What's 85 minus 65? Or what's 80 minus 65? No, I'm sorry. 180 minus 60 is 120. I screwed that one up. 120. What's 120 minus 65? Yeah. This is 55. Okay. This is 50, right? Well, knock it off, Emma. Do you see how this creates a straight line right there? So if you want to go ahead and find this angle right here, a straight line is also 180, isn't it? So 180, what are the two numbers you want to subtract that's also on the line? What are the two angles that make that straight line? Two angles that make that straight line. No, I don't even know where you get 180. 180 is right there. What are the two angles that make that straight line? 55 and 50. So let's subtract this. 180 minus 50 is going to be 130. What's 130 minus 55? 45 plus 30 is 75. This angle is 75 degrees, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Do you see this triangle here? Now you can go ahead and find out this angle right here. How do I find out this angle? I take 180. I subtract the two angles. What are the two angles that I subtract? What's the next one? 75. Let's subtract that. 180 minus 75 is 105. What's 105 minus 35? No, or maybe, hold on. That's not 75. 5 minus 5 is 0. What's 10 minus 3? 70. This angle right here is equal to 70 degrees. You need to make sure you circle it and highlight it if you can, because you have a bunch of writing here and it's messy. So I want you to go ahead and do that right now, please. It's 70, not 75. Okay, and you show the work correctly? Yeah, go back and redo the work right there. So, yeah. So just pay attention. All right, for number 11. So for number 11, you are looking at, what are you trying to find here? What's the question mark? Where's the question mark for number 11? Just get to it, please. So this is where I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so then that means you probably will have to start off with this triangle right over here, right? To figure out, because they wouldn't give you that triangle unless, you know, because you don't know what this angle is either right here, because we need to figure out this angle so I can figure out this green angle right there, right? But this triangle is a 180-degree triangle, so you have to take 180. What are the two angles you're going to subtract to figure out this angle right here in purple?
We'd have to subtract
What are the two angles? Just give me the two angles.
here,
No, just give me the two angles, please.
minus 86.
86? No, honey, I need to go over this. No. We're talking about the yellow triangle. Do you see an 86 in the yellow triangle? What are the two angles given to you in the yellow triangle? Those are the two numbers I'm going to subtract, 84 and 36. When I subtract that, I know 180 minus 84 is going to give me a 96. Minus 36 is going to give me a 60. This angle right here is 60 degrees. Do you see that right there? I believe on your paper, because I can't see it here, that this is a 90-degree angle. Does it say that on your paper? It's assuming that it's a 90-degree angle, okay? So that means if this is a 90-degree angle, to get to this angle right here, this orange angle right there, do you see this orange angle right here? I will take 180 minus that 60, which is going to, I'm sorry, not 180, 90, which is 30. So this angle is 30 degrees. Do you see that? Now let's get to this red angle right here, this right angle right here, okay? What are the two angles inside that triangle? Yep, and?
No, I added 70.
I don't care about 70, that's not what I'm asking you. What are the two angles that are inside that triangle? 30, subtract it. I know 180 minus 30 is 150. 150 minus 86. You're going to have the carry, make that a 14, 10, 4, and 6. This angle is 64 degrees. I don't know where you got 70, but it's 64 degrees. Do you understand? Okay. You can do this later when you watch the video. So let's go on to number 12, because I have a bunch of questions over and I have to make dinner, and I also have to go pick up your kids, brothers. All right, okay, so this is the question mark right here on the upper right-hand side, right here. Okay. Well, I only have one angle here, correct? It would be great if I could figure out what this angle is, right? Now, first thing I notice is like, this is an X. What angle is that going to be to help me find that? What is it called? And what do we know about vertical angles? No. Vertical angles are not 180. What do we know about vertical angles? You need to memorize this. No, this is what it is. Either they add up to 90, they add up to 180, or they're equal. So which one is it? No, 180 is either complementary, linear pairs, or I'm sorry, not complementary, supplementary. Or they are straight angles. 90 is complementary. What do I know when angles are equal to each other? What do I know about that? They're called vertical angles. Do you not remember that? Okay, we're gonna take a moment here and do this because you cannot be doing this and not know this. This is ridiculous. Supplementary angles are straight angles. They are linear pairs. And they add up to 180 degrees. Do you understand that? Complementary angles are right angles. And they add up to 90 degrees. Do you understand? Next one, vertical angles. You look for the X, okay? They're opposite angles and they are congruent. What does congruent means? They're equal to each other. Do you understand? Those are the three things you will be using. Those are the only three things you will be using. You need to memorize that, especially since we've been doing this for a few days now. I cannot have you to tell me when I talk about vertical angles that you tell me that they add up to 180 degrees. That is so wrong. There's only three choices, Grayson. Three choices. That is it. Those are your three choices. You understand? Do you understand? So let's try this again. Number 12. What do you notice about these angles right here? You see the X, don't you? What kind of angles are they? Vertical angles. What do I know about vertical angles? No, they do not. They are equal. Stop using weird words. Just tell me. Either they add up to 180, either they add up to 90, or they're equal. Vertical angles are equal. Can you say that to me 3 times? For me to find this angle right here, do you see where I am marking this right now in green? This angle right here. That's a triangle. Do you see this triangle right here? Do I have at least 2 other angles in this triangle? What are the 2 angles? When I subtract this, it's gonna be 180 minus 58 degrees. Yes? Cross that out, you get a 17. 122 degrees. If this angle is 122 degrees, what is my orange angle gonna be? If the purple angle is 122, what is my orange angle? No, what? No, that's why would you say 27? This orange angle right here. What would be that orange angle? Because they're vertical angles and they're equal to each other. Now, do I have at least 2 angles that I know of in this blue triangle? What are the 2 angles? Okay, so now let's find out this red question mark. 180 minus 27 minus 122. Yes? That is the same thing as 180 minus 149, which is going to give me a 31 degrees. This angle right here is 31 degrees. That is your answer. So make sure you highlight it. You got it? Okay, we're moving on. Number 13. What am I trying to find? The question mark. Where's the location of the question mark?
On the bottom right.
Okay. Doesn't give you any angles there. So do you see a line? Do you see a 90 degree? Do you see an X? What do you see that's affiliated with that? No, but I'm asking about this question mark. What do you see that's affiliated with this angle? Do you see a 90? Do you see a straight line, or do you see an X? Straight line, because you're going to use 180, right? Okay. Well, it would be great if I could figure out what this orange angle is, because then I can use that orange angle to find out that red angle, because they add up to 180, right? Okay. Now you gotta look for the clues, okay? The clues are gonna help you to find things. If this angle here is 115, do you see that? If that's 115, there's a straight line right there. What is going to be this purple angle right here? How do I find that purple angle?
I would add 115 on this side.
I don't know what that means. I will add, I take 180 and I subtract what? $180 minus 15 is going to give me 80 minus about 20, 65 degrees, right? If that's 65 degrees, do you then see this triangle right here? There are two angles there. How would I find this purple angle right here? 180, what would I subtract it by? Which is going to be 95 degrees minus 65, which is going to give me 30. So this angle here is 30. This is 90. Do you agree with that? Then also, do you see the straight blue line right here? Do you see the straight blue? Do you see the straight line? It's kind of hard to see the blue line because it's covered. So then for me to find this angle right here that is in blue, 180 is a straight line. What are the two angles I subtract? Not 185. Just say, what are the two angles? Just give me the two angles. You're not getting this. This blue line, do you see this blue line? That blue line makes 180 degrees. What are the two angles that's also on that line? 155 is all the way up here. That is not anywhere on this line. 115 is all the way over here. That's not anywhere on this blue line. What are the two angles that's literally on that blue line? There you go. When I subtract this, I'm going to get 180 minus 90, which gives me 90. What's 90 minus 30? 60 degrees. This angle right here is now 60 degrees, okay? Still don't have enough angles to find out this orange angle, right? So then I'm going to revert my attention to this gray angle. Do you see this gray angle right there? Do you also see how this gray angle creates a straight line with this orange line? Okay, so for me to find this gray angle, I take 180. What other angle is on that orange line? So when I subtract it, I'm going to get 25 degrees. Do you agree with me? Okay, now let's take a look at this purple triangle. Can you see the purple right here? Sort of. This purple triangle is 180, right? So for me to find this orange angle right here, 180 minus, what are the two other angles in this purple triangle? You're getting it better. That's good. So that's 120, because 180 minus 60 is 120, right? Minus 25 is going to give me 95. Do you see how this is how fast I'm subtracting in my head? 95 degrees. Now, take a look at that green line. Do you see this green line right here that I originally created with this red angle? In order for me to find this red angle right here, it's 180 minus what other angle is on that green line? You got it. So if I subtract this, it's going to give me 85 degrees. So this right angle is 85 degrees. That is your answer. This one has a lot of steps, but that's your answer. Do you see that? Okay. So you're looking for straight lines, 90 degrees, or X's for the vertical angle. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So number 14, which location is my question mark? Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have this purple angle, and I also do not have this green angle, because if I have those two things, then I could just take 180 and minus it from that triangle. Do you see that? And the triangle I'm talking about is this yellow triangle right here, right? But I can find the purple angle. I can find the purple angle because look at this blue line. What does that make?
156.
No, a blue line is a straight line. What does that straight line make? 180. So 180, I'm going to subtract. What other angle is on that blue line? That will help me. There you go. 156, that is going to give me 24. So this is 24 degrees, right? It's great that I have the purple angle, but I still can't find the right angle unless I have the green angle, right? But that green angle is also what? With this angle? What do you call it? When you see this X right here. Vertical. What do I know about vertical angles? What is that symbol? Equal. They're equal to each other, right? Well, let's take a look over here. Do you see this pink triangle right here? Okay, with this pink triangle, do I have at least two angles? I do. So in order for me to find this green triangle, I take angle 180. What are the two angles I subtract in this pink triangle? What are the two angles in the pink triangle?
20 and 35.
Okay, so when I subtract that, I'm gonna have 100 and, well, let's do it this way. 180 minus 20 is 160. 160 minus 35 degrees is going to give me 125 degrees. So this is 125 degrees. If this is 125 degrees, what do I know about the opposite green angle over here? It's also 125 degrees. Now do I have the two angles in the yellow triangle to help me find the red angle? Okay, so the red angle is going to be 180 minus what?
125 and 24.
There you go. Okay, 180 minus 125 is going to give me 155. 155 minus this is going to give me 131. Do you see that? Yes, it is. Good job. Hold on. It should be 55. Yep, negative 31. 31 degrees is what you have, right? Okay, are we good? Okay, 14 down. We got 15 and 16. I think that's it. Jeez, this is a long one. All right. 15 is going to be a little bit complicated, but that's okay. We'll figure it out together. All right, where's your arrow? Where's your question mark? Right there. Okay. So for me to find that question mark creates a straight line with this pink line. Do you see that? So in order for me to find this right angle, I would need to have this green angle. Do you see this green angle right there? Can't find that green angle unless I have two other angles in this triangle, which will be great if I get to get that blue angle, right? Can't get that blue angle until I get like that straight line from this blue line. Do you see that blue line? That blue line then also creates this black angle right here, right? So do you see how everything is just connected? And then I'm thinking I'm going to have to go ahead and do something with this yellow triangle right here because I feel like I'm going to have to find the black angle by using the orange or the yellow triangle, right? And in order for me to find that black angle, I would need to figure out what is this orange angle right there, right? But then how do I know what that orange angle is? Do you see an X there somewhere? Okay. Do you see the X right here? So they're called vertical angles, right? What do I know about vertical angles? They're equal. So then what is that orange angle? There you go. This angle is 45. Now that I have two angles here, can I find the black angle? Okay, how do I find that black angle? I have 180 minus what? What are the two angles in this yellow triangle? 60 minus 45. Well, I know that 180 minus 60 is going to give me 120. 120 minus 45 is going to give me a 95. Just want to make sure I'm going to do this correctly. Or 75, just kidding. So this angle is 75 degrees, right? Now, take a look at that blue line. Do you see the blue line? Do you see the blue line? Okay, that's a straight angle. Straight angles are 180. So then for me to find this blue angle right here, do you see this blue angle? I'm going to take 180. What are the two angles I'm going to subtract? What are the two angles on that blue line?
180 by 75 and 60.
There you go. Which is going to give me 38 degrees, 37 degrees.
Yeah.
This is now 37 degrees, okay? Now, let's take a look at this blue, green triangle. Do you see the green triangle? My goal is I want to find out what is this green angle right here, okay? What are the two angles in that green triangle?
There's 137.
What?
137.
37. Say that again.
137.
Good, which then gives you 43 degrees. So this angle here, the green angle is 43 degrees, right? Now I can find the right angle, finally, because you see the purple angle right there, or the purple line? That's 180 degrees. What is the angle I subtract from that? What is it? 43, and that will give me 137. That is my angle right there. Okay, that's your answer. All right, last one. Woohoo! I'm gonna pick your brothers after this. All right, where's my angle?
Vertical.
No, where's my question mark right now?
Oh, it's on the right.
Okay, one thing I also notice about this is the straight line. Do you see the straight line right there? I wish I could find that straight line if I can figure out where the green angle is, right? But guess what? That green angle, you see how we're working backwards with this? This green angle is tied in with this triangle. Do you see that? I have 168 degrees, but I don't have the angle to this black angle right here, which would really be helpful I can find, right? But that black angle is now tied in with this pink line. Do you see this pink line right there? And it will be great if I can find this blue angle right here. Do you see this blue angle right here? Okay, but I can't find this freaking blue angle because this blue angle is tied in with this yellow triangle, and I have absolutely no angles inside that yellow triangle. But I do have a few. Okay, I do have these two numbers here, so obviously they mean something. So then I ask myself, do I see any X's? Do I see any more X's? Okay, so that means I can find out what this angle is. What is this angle right here? Good. What's this angle right here? There you go. You're getting better. Now, can I find the blue angle in this yellow triangle? Yeah, so 180 minus what? Good job. You're getting it. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Okay, 180 minus 45 minus 75 is going to give you 60. So this angle right here is 60, right? If this angle is 60, can I find that black angle if it makes a straight line? So I take 180 and I subtract what? And there you go. So 180 minus 79 minus 60 is going to give me 41 degrees. That's 41 degrees, right? So that's 41 degrees. Then can I now look for the green angle right here? Look at that blue triangle, right? How many angles do I have there? Okay, so 180 minus 68 minus 41. And then what do you have? 71 degrees. So now can I find this red angle right here? 180 minus what? There you go. 180 minus 71, which is going to give you 109. Yeah. So you have 109 degrees. That is your answer for this. All right, now we are officially done. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and start working on this on your own. All right, so now that we have our answers right here, make sure you check your answers. So I'm just going to very quickly show it to you. So questions number 1 to 8, here are the answers. And then questions number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, these are the answers as well. So just make sure they're correct.